This video is brought to you by Inside the Mind of a Blerd merch, where we have face masks, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and of course, the socks. Everything comes in multiple colors. For further details, check the description below and enjoy the video.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Inside the Mind of the Blerd. And as you know, we are in the month of October. So this episode is going to be another tier episode, but we are going to be doing horror film franchises. So these movies either have two or more films related to the subject for the horror movie. And you see, here's what we have down here, and we are going to be rating these. And tonight we have Alpha, Bo, and Steven, aka Bunnyman, with us. So if you guys want to do a quick intro before we get this started, then we'll go ahead and go. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Hello, everyone. It is I, ScubaSteve, the least knowledgeable about horror, and I am here to tell everybody that these movies aren't that scary. They're not that scary, guys. Just go tune in and watch these movies. We'll rank them the wrong way just because, you know what I'm saying, we have no taste. But yeah,
Oh my
it's me,
God.
Scuba Steve, aka Bonnet Man, aka the Insta Negator, aka Skylar's dad or whatever, aka Scary Steve. And that is all.
Steve, you sound like you did this from somebody's creepy van.
I'm trying to use my horror voice like a campfire story. Do I sound spooky?
Oh, that you sound something. You sound something.
Ooh,
Who's next?
ooh.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, Bo.
Okay. Um. Hello, my name is Bo. Bo down there, you know me. Um. We are here doing a horror movie, horror tale list. It's Bo, aka tallest Nigerian in the group, aka um, I'm a tall as giant motherfucker to everyone, aka the darkest night in the group, aka the gamer slash gamer in the group, an anime watcher, and aka crossfade both on this whenever he's drinking and taking edibles. So anyway, but yeah, I am here to do the horror tale list with my co-host here. So I look forward to seeing how this ends up. Horror tale list is going to be fun.
All
Okay.
right, and last but not least,
It is
Alpha, go ahead.
Alpha, aka the Negro Gadian, aka the Black Chuck Norris with the chest hairs, aka the OG Black Ranger, aka Mr. Gray Sweats himself. What you gotta say, Cam? Nothing.
We ain't seen not no gray sweats, and we definitely is in cold weather. And every time I've told y'all to go ahead and get your gray sweats ready and get them out, ain't nobody. Okay, I do not want to see your pissy ass gray sweats, Steve. Because you're not gonna sit up here and show me you in gray sweats on the toilet, sir. Did
It's the
we not
only.
go? We went
I,
through a whole goddamn thing about you and your shitty gray sweats.
no, we didn't. That was behind the scenes, Cam.
No, I'm pretty sure we definitely did talk about you
It
do
was
the
behind the
same
scenes.
gray
It was
sweats.
behind the scenes. And on top of that, I'm in the bathroom because I told you that they was watching a movie in the living room and you forced me to come. So I had to
Ain't nobody
hide
told you
somewhere.
over here. Either way, Alpha, go ahead and finish up
All
your
right.
intro minus the gray sweats. Oh my
AKA
god.
Martin Luther King, AKA Malcolm Flex, AKA No Good Marshall, AKA my name is Kuta, not Toby, AKA the light skinned nigga in Wakanda, AKA Mr. Problematic, of course. And Red Cup Family, we back.
All right. And you know it's me, KamKickz. I'm not gonna do a long intro or whatever so we can get into it. But as you know, one of the co-hosts on here. And let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Let's get started.
You the pod mother. You forgot that. That's your AKA.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Alpha.
Mhm.
That's so considerate of
Pod
you. Thank
motherish.
you. Y'all mad niggerish. All right. So the way that this tier is going to work, usually, we have goaded, solid, trash, or whatnot, but we're going according to the topic with horror. So the categories are leave that shit to the Yeti people, or white people, or uncolored candles, whatever you want to refer them to.
Wahite. They called Wahite.
Wahiti. So leave that to the Wahiti people. And then we have fuck that shit. Leave the lights on. Stay in the group. You heard that. And also my mama's scarier than you. And then last we have I'll slap the shit out of you. So those are the categories, and that's how we're going to be ranking them. And let's go ahead and get started with our first movie franchise.
Okay. So the first movie franchise is Psycho.
Uh, Psycho.
Um,
I would say so. What would I put that at? I would say,
as far as the franchise as a whole, mm,
mm,
Yeah,
I would.
it's meh to me. Like I'm like,
my mama's
So
scared than that.
I find it a little bit more scary because it doesn't depend on any supernatural effects or anything like that. But I would say the franchise as a whole, I would give it a you heard that. What about y'all?
Well, I
mm,
say my mama's scared than that.
Ooh,
For me,
okay.
even though it's one of those OG classic, I still would put my mama's scared than
Hmm.
that. Because like if I was to rewatch it, I wouldn't be scared. But watching it at a younger age is different.
same here. I will go with my Mama Six Girl than you. Because if I was just to watch it right now, it wouldn't be that scary. But back then, when I watched as a kid, I did had a little scared to it. So
Okay. Okay. So I guess Steve, what about you? Even though you
I,
say you don't know
I,
nothing.
I haven't seen it, but it ain't scarier than Beetlejuice, so you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it at, you heard that.
Oh, so we got a
It's
tie.
hard.
probably,
So we got you heard that, and we got my mama scarier than you.
I,
Um.
I'll put it here
yeah,
just
you
for
just put
now.
it there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so next we have I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know what? I'll put Stay in the Group because that's the most Stay in the Group type of movie you can see.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll put that as a stay in the group. I agree with that immediately.
didn't they have a reboot for Fit this year?
There's a
Or was
TV
like
series.
a TV series? Okay, there we
Mhm.
go.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I might check it out one time.
Yeah,
Next we
Yeah.
same
have
here.
next we have The Grudge. Yeah,
That's definitely going up top. We are
I'll
going to
put
put that.
I say fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit, definitely.
Fuck that,
Because
definitely fuck that shit.
yeah, because the noise still like bothers me to this day.
I don't know what they were thinking, adding that kind of noise in there. I'm like,
Yeah, that one still sticking with me. Um, Alpha, you can actually go ahead and
Huh?
zoom out a bit so we can see
Okay.
the categories as a whole, and then we'll let them know what the movies are as we go. We ain't gonna get no free promo to Adobe.
I can't get rid of that. Well, I will once I edit this, since we're not live, officially live, just
Okay.
pre-recording.
Okay.
Yeah, so Grudge is definitely staying in fuck that shit. Cause that one, yeah.
Paranormal
And
activity.
definitely so I'm a big fan of Paranormal Activity. It did kinda I do feel like the franchise did kind of shift off towards the later films.
Hmm.
And so I would leave it. I wish there was something between fuck that shit and leave the lights on because they definitely did well for themselves when they opened into the kind of horror um, film category. So I'm a
I'll say leave the lights on because the movie's based on you in your house and shit's happening in the dark while you
yeah,
Yeah.
but some of it also happens in the daytime because it's wild. And that movie still holds a special place for me because when it first came out, I was living in California, and like I say, if you guys could have heard the gas that went through the movie theater when the city that we lived in
always
that
featured
we
in
were
the
seeing, yes, it passed across the screen, off the screen on the screen, and I was like, I know you fucking lying. And that was when it was still like super scary. So when it came across the screen as we are sitting in the theater trying to enjoy this, it's like, wait one fucking minute. Wait just one damn minute here. So yeah, that one. And what's up next?
it. I'm gonna just say
Oh,
this: the reason why fuck that shit is up there is because of the movie It. I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest.
I got a fear clowns due to it. So definitely going to go with fuck that shit.
Hmm.
Because the fact that the remake actually came out on my birthday, I was like, fuck that shit.
Hmm.
That's the first thing that said that came on when I seen the trailer and it showed the date. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm still
And
saying
do
it
you
though.
guys agree with that?
Oh yeah. Okay. That movie can fuck that shit for real. Cause I was like I watched it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, clowns isn't that scary. I watched that shit.
Hmm.
I'm like, well, that changed my mind. And then again, there's this dumbass white kids who just go on the sewers and just is strange. You know what? I ain't gonna talk about that. Let's say that it's really scary just to watch after what part besides the dumb scary besides the dumb white kids. So um anyway, moving forward.
Yeah. And so Texas Chainsaw Massacre is next. So that film franchise, um,
As a whole,
I, yeah, as a whole, where we it's an odd place because the thing is the actual events that Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened is what 70 miles outside of Dallas.
Mhm.
And that's
hmm,
72 close for me.
hmm,
So, I mean, even though, some things were changed and souped up or whatnot, the base story is actually real, what Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, based off of, or what they took liberties with. But I think kind of just after a while, the franchise may have just kind of gotten away from itself. I mean, it still holds weight. It still holds its own weight. So I would throw out there with fuck that shit because who really wants to be stuck at some small town randomly off the road?
true. Like
True,
as far
true.
as the films, like as they kept going on, a lot of the stuff started becoming predictable, and to the
Mhm.
point it was funny to me. It wasn't scary. It was
Yeah.
like once you know the music started changing, oh, somebody's about to die.
Mhm.
It was one of those
Okay.
cliche movie things.
So
And a,
so
lo-
what would
and
you
a lot of
go for this
for
rating?
me as a collective whole, I put you heard that because literally it's like you heard that.
Mhm.
That's how low I'm dropping it off compared to what you said. That's just my
Oh.
opinion.
Yeah. But
Mm.
I mean, who's trying to take on a chainsaw, human skin mask wearing lunatic? But
That's why you leave that shit to the white people.
yeah. Um.
I'll meet you in
Ooh,
the middle ground
individual.
and say leave the lights on or stay in a group.
I
Okay.
think,
What
yeah.
about you, Bo?
So I'm thinking of stay in the group. Um, reason being because it's like one of those movies that you would just go. Cause I think that's the chance. Sorry, everyone wants to see it with at least a group. That's why also I'm saying that's what staying in a group means at least. Um, because it's not something that you go see by yourself or anyone has a big group of people that go see it. But yeah, it's one of those movies that everyone needs to stay in a group to like survive. Because but then again, white people don't know how to stay together. So, anyway, uh, but yeah, I would say stay in a group for that for the Texas Chainsaw. Either that or you heard that. So I'm
Oh,
right in between those two.
ooh.
Cam,
Um. Shit. Well, I guess. Steve, go ahead and
is he back in?
you're gonna have to send us in a way
Oh, Steve
because
said be right back. He's not in.
Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So moving on with our Bunny Man. So with that, we got basically two for stay in the group or you heard that opposed to, my fuck that shit. So it's going somewhere at the bottom. So what we going with? It's between you and Bo at this point.
I put stay in a group, but I put it in
Steady.
front of I know what you did last summer.
Yeah,
Fair
that
enough.
Okay.
works. Fair enough. Yeah.
I
Okay.
Gremlins. I'll slap the shit
Gremlins.
out of you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I
Great
would go as high
concept.
as say my mama is scarier than you. I'm not just saying it's just that absolute bad or whatnot, but
It's not that it's bad. It's more funny than scary.
Yeah, I didn't think Grimace was that scary.
Even though it's classified as a horror, it was more like a comedy to me.
okay, so well mine is my mama is scarier than you. So what are you guys thinking?
So I said I'll slap a shot of it.
Bo?
Mm, yeah, I'll go with. I'll slap the shit out of it too. So it's like I said, not that scary. It just, I mean, you see a gremlin that you could just basically just slap it around. I mean, it's not gonna be like that scary. To like,
Now
As
we
long as you
talking
have
about
as long as you
Gremlins
have
1 or
microwaves
Gremlins
around,
2?
that's fine.
Huh?
As long as you got microwaves around, you good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we got Gremlins going and I'll slap the shit out of you.
Okay. Next we have Hills Have Eyes. Yeah.
That one,
I'm towards leave the lights on. Them people was
uh,
ugly.
yeah,
That's
I say
scary
stay
enough.
in the group. Stay in the group.
Stay in the group,
Bo?
though,
Leave the lights on. Um,
or stay in the group. That's where Cam's at with it.
Okay. I'm staying. This is yeah. This it will be staying in the group for me as well with lights on.
Is
But
it
yeah.
Right.
before or after Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Uh, let's put it after Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Fair enough. House of a Thousand Corpses. Um,
Oh wow. So that one,
fuck that
that
shit.
one's another one. Like I say, that franchise as a whole, it definitely has its own standing, but I give it stay in the group.
Let's see. Now, I didn't really watch the whole thing. I did watch bits of it. Um, I was just let's see. House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, I would just say to stay in the group as well because it
I
wasn't
respect
really.
it.
Yeah.
I just since I haven't rewatched it, but when I did watch it, I was on like the fuck that shit type of vibe. But like as time goes on, I'll probably say stay in the group as well.
Yeah.
But I put it behind. I put it right here,
Yeah, that works.
and we go back on it.
Hmm.
Next we have Carrie.
I'm going to say, I'm giving it a you heard that.
Agree.
Like it's not as scary. It's more of a gory type horror
Yeah.
than it is a psychological or jump scare. It's more like sis got some mind powers and she is definitely using them and it's not afraid to use them after a while.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I'll go with you here. That uh, basically like psycho chick has powers using it. Gore, nothing really scary. Just a bunch, just lots of blood and blood.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So we're going with you heard that. Next is The Conjuring, and y'all know, I'm a huge
The Conjuring verse.
Conjuring universe fan. So all of them. That
Um,
includes Annabelle, all the Conjurings, as well as
the Nun.
La Llorona, the Nun, all of that. Annabelle Comes Home, all of those. So I'm definitely going to be giving that fuck that shit. I would even go as far
I
as
will go.
saying
I will leave it to
leave
the
that
white
to the
people. I'll
yeah.
put it up there
yeah, same here.
I
as a
would put it up
collective
there, but
whole.
I don't want it. I don't want to put it up that high, because it might seem biased for me. Because I am a fan of the Conjuring universe, but I will give it
I
a
say the
fuck
same
that shit.
thing, but I'm giving it its flowers. It is good,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good.
and another reason why is because it's more new, so it's like it's more better into our brain as far as like relevancy. So
Hmm.
that's probably another maybe biased opinion because a lot of these other films is like more older.
But I mean, they the older films are still the stepping stones. But yeah, I get what you're saying as far as it
And
being current and relative to what we currently see now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give it its flowers and leave that shit to the create people.
white,
Leave it to them.
White,
the
Create.
mayonnaise
white,
people.
white,
Click
white, white,
to, to
Next we
create.
have The Ring.
Oh, listen, go ahead and leave that to the white shit,
white
because
people.
that one still fucks with me too. That
Yeah,
was still that whole everything still fucks with me, especially if you watch
Mm.
the original Japanese versions, because
Oh fuck,
sometimes
nah, I'm
these
good. No, thank
yeah.
you. Nope,
Nope.
nope.
yeah, the American
I'm
version,
good. It
yeah,
dumbed it
it
down,
just
but it was still, yeah, I'm
yeah,
good.
it did its job. It did its job.
Like even with the Grudge, like it had the same effect. It was dummy down.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Like let's leave that one alone. The Ring.
Yeah.
Next is Insidious.
So
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be biased with them. This one, I don't put this in. Leave that shit to the white people. This shit made me
yeah,
afraid to go to
I
sleep.
listen because I don't know if anybody has ever had sleep paralysis, but
Oh,
it definitely made you look at it differently.
what fucked me up is I watched Insidious one, and then the
Mm-hmm.
next day I watched Inception, where
Mm,
you dream inside of a dream. So
yeah,
watching those two films, I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to sleep. It literally fucked up my sleep pattern for like a whole week. No, I'm good.
yeah, that
Yeah, I
definitely. Yeah.
like sleep is a problem for me now because of this shit. It's a
Ooh.
hell of a
Yeah.
franchise. I'm gonna put this. I'm sorry. I'm
Leave
gonna put
that
this
shit to the white people. Like that shit
Definitely.
the
was
mayonnaise liquors.
the Mayo
The
Group.
Night of the Living Dead. So this one
Um,
is an old one. They do have something recent. So if you're
well, if yeah, as a
familiar with
collectible,
French,
it's recent films because you have Dawn of the Dead is part of it, part of the franchise. It's all connected
Mhm.
together within the
Yeah,
remakes.
so I would say I say let me
I
see
say leave the lights on.
yeah, I was thinking leave the lights on. Yeah. But do you think it's better than Paranormal Activity?
Mm,
Mm,
definitely not.
Um,
I don't know because it's
I, we'll go back to it.
Night
We'll
of
go
the
back
Living
to it.
Dead done definitely it's done definitely
Those are not no regular zombies. Those are like they run. They don't just walk.
yeah. And it's so interesting because it's like a lot of people zombie movies will have like the zombie going at a slow pace.
Hmm.
But what if they do get reanimated and none of their asses is fucking slow? Like how fucked would we be as a human race if they do reanimation and these motherfuckers just
The
totally
World
and
War Z
then
zombies was different.
Oh yeah.
yeah, the World War Z and 28 days later, like
Oh,
with that
matter
infection
of
and
fact,
all
I
that.
forgot about that. 28 days
Yeah,
later, 28 weeks later counts too.
yeah,
That would have been at the top.
yeah. Cause I don't know. Cause listen, you may just have to get me. You may just have to get me. Cause I'm only giving you like a few sprints. You get a few sprints up out of me, and if you go past them few sprints, baby, just count me as a zombie. But what if I was a zombie with asthma? That would be upsetting.
Stuff won't work.
I don't think your ass will kick in if you're a zombie here.
Yeah.
Bro, but just imagine, because I
You don't
mean,
got
you're
no lungs
already
anyway.
running, but you're already running. But what if it just ends up, they totally, the mutation just happens totally different than you expect. And so now I'm sitting up here, a whole zombie with asthma and over here stick thin because I'm running and pretty much burning off my last human and can't catch up with everybody else. And they were like, "Arr, I'm not going to feed her." I'm like, well, damn, y'all. Y'all should have
I
just let me stay
mean,
dead.
think of it like this: Left 4 Dead, Exploder, and Black for Blood Exploders are fat ass zombies with. So I'm pretty sure they have like asthma, but they don't like feel like. Now I think about it, they kind of walk slowly to you. You go ahead that footstep, but you don't see them until they just sneak up to you. So yeah, they kind of. I guess that's them asthma kicking in a way, if you want to think of it that way.
Yeah, I'll be very upset. I'll be a horrible zombie, but the least y'all can do is trip a human for me or something. I gotta eat too. But let's move on.
Next, we have Leprechaun.
Okay, so Leprechaun because it definitely started turning into a horror comedy,
Hmm.
especially when they got to like Leprechaun in the Hood, you know,
Oh my
because
god.
he definitely wasn't ready for that, and we weren't ready for it either. So I would say, uh,
My mama's scared of you.
as a whole, you heard that, or what about
My
you?
mom. I'm saying my mama's scared of you.
Mm, okay, I can agree
That's
with that. I can agree with that.
it is because the later films it started being more comical. Like
Mm-hmm.
the first one, they okay, you got it. But like two, three in the hood, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I,
I could go with that. All right, go ahead, Bo.
I'll go with the same team. My mama is scared than you. Cause honestly, it wasn't really considered. It was a horror, but it wasn't like a horror. Cause whenever I looked it up back then when I watched it, it was considered as a comedy horror. So it wasn't like really meant
Hmm.
to like scare the shit out of you. Just basically to like laugh out loud, but scary at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't. It eventually just kind of transformed into a more so horror comedy. So instead of just flat out horror, especially when he got married, it's like,
Oh yeah,
oh,
that kind of was weird.
Definitely.
like that was odd things were happening. Um, yeah. So what do we have next?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Listen, listen. That fuck with some folks. So I'ma definitely fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially like anything that has to do with you in your sleep because you can't control that.
Yeah.
I
Some
put that
that
before
just
a bit.
yeah, that just hit different.
But then again, like even though like the film started being comical, just because like you know what, being like a horror movie fan, you can't take it serious no more. So like it became predictable too. But then
hmm
again, it's messing with your sleep, and I don't need that.
Definitely.
definitely. And
Definitely fuck that shit.
hmm
All right, next we have that is Halloween.
Halloween.
OG Halloween.
Um, and they recently had a new one come out.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna count that
So
one because not all of us
yeah,
seen it.
they like as of um I I would say shoot, y'all.
Ah,
For this one, I guess
I'm gonna say
leave the
leave the
lights
lights
on.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, leave
yeah,
the lights on. Because at the end of the day, Michael really do be walking at his own fucking pace and still fucking up people. So at that point, I think you deserve what you getting.
Mhm.
oh yeah, definitely. I agree with
Most
that.
definitely.
But the franchise as a whole, I guess we'll leave the lights on.
Fair enough. Next we have the Evil Dead,
Yes, so Evil Dead, that's a older one. So
but it's also considered a
it has a
remake too.
show. There is a Ash versus Evil, and they also did a remake
Mhm.
as well. Like they did a more up to date version, and then there was the TV show. But the movie franchise as a whole is definitely a horror comedy. More
Mhm.
so is what I give it. Stay in the group because it definitely had its horror points, and then as the films kind of went on, they just kind of got more ridiculous. But it's still good. It's still a good watch, I would say.
It is at the
And it
end.
looks like it's available on HBO Max. So there's
Most
that
of
for
most of
anybody.
these films are on HBO Max.
Yeah, or either Tubi somewhere. And then
Next we have
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. All right.
The Hellraiser series. What are
It
we
was
thinking?
definitely just pure gore more
Yeah,
than scary. It was just seeing the gore was
yeah, like
everything.
skin being pulled back. It's oof. That was yeah. I'm definitely giving that Leave the Lights On
I'll agree with
because
that.
you
Oh
know,
yeah.
because a lot of with Hellraiser, it was basically based on whatever your sin was. That's how you were like getting punished. But it's like they did not give a fuck. And it was like, oh, this punishment is just gonna happen right here. And the next thing you know, you got hooks on you pulling your skin back.
Yeah, that's just crazy and disturbing to have pins in your face. That's a
Yeah.
just crazy, man.
Mm,
Exorcist, the
and
Exorcist.
so that series, I'm gonna definitely leave that to the wet people. Cause the
Agreed.
Exorcist, the original first Exorcist, I have not made it through that ever. I've seen, and it's crazy because I've seen all the follow-up films through for the most part, but the original, y'all can keep that. I'm not just a like I'm yeah. I can only do so much.
Oh yeah, the Exorcist us. Whew. Yeah, white people, man. I don't know what country they had. Uh,
We also gonna have to do a movie watch. We're gonna have to gather together and
Look,
face the horror movie together.
I'm out. I'm gonna post on Twitter. We're gonna have a horror movie night on Discord. So people can pull up on the Discord. We can watch movies.
Yeah,
But by the time
definitely.
this comes out, we already have done it.
Yeah,
yeah.
so by the time this is out, we'll have done it. And we're gonna have to make sure we pick some good ones too. Go ahead and because as much as I love horror movies do be scaring me. Like, but I love it. I love it. I love the kind of thrill and the rush, the adrenaline that kind of goes through you, and then you know you kind of clench up, just. Whew. And then I do this thing, and I know it's dumb, but it gives me my sense of security. As you know, I wear glasses.
Mhm.
I have decided in my mind if I remove my glasses while looking at the film, apparently it makes it less scarier as I can't see it as clear as I could with my glasses, although I'm still seeing it. But apparently, I decided if it isn't as clear, apparently that's going to keep me from jumping. And it never works because I'm like, I can't see what's happening. And so I end up always putting my glasses on right at the time when something happens. And, you know, I just be struggling. I just be struggling.
It's okay. You're always struggling.
So,
Huh? Next we have
sir,
Candyman.
y'all, you got my gray sweat picks ready? Okay, didn't
No,
think
no,
so.
no, don't worry about that. That's exclusive.
Oh, okay. All right. And next we got Candyman. Um,
I'm gonna put that leader to the white people because the white people is the reason why we have that movie.
listen, you know what? Cause it's actually really fucked up. Like the white people is the one who fucked him over,
But you don't
but
like the
he
black people.
terrorized the hood. Like, dude is seriously terrorizing the hood for some shit the white people do. Like,
Exactly. The
the white
niggerdom.
people did this shit to you, but yet, but you know that the Candyman is closely actually related to actual event where this man, because you know in the film there's a part where he comes out of the glass, out of the mirror, the bathroom mirror. There was actually a woman in New York, I believe, or on the East Coast. She was definitely on the East Coast, and she was calling the police, claiming that there was somebody behind her. She was hearing noises behind her bathroom mirror, and there was somebody in her house, and they did not believe her because it was more so the hood area. And even to today, how lack of police response, like it's over policed, but it's still not helping, if that makes sense. Like you'll see the police all up and down and through the hood, but they're not actually, like, when you need help and need assistance quick, fast, and in a hurry, it's its own thing. But anyway, so she actually called the police and she was saying there's somebody there, and they didn't listen to her and didn't believe her. And when they actually did go out to check on her, she was found dead, because there was actually a whole section behind the mirror when you open it for someone to come through, and there were robbers who I guess had robbed a previous another apartment and were escaping through her bathroom mirror, and they killed her in their attempt to escape. So it's actually Candyman is actually kind of loosely based on that, as well as like other like real life events. But yeah, just a little side fact.
It's facts from Kim.
But it's still fucked up. But his story is still fucked up. Like, bro, them white people, them white people fucked you over.
But you
And
want to take it out on us niggas.
Yeah.
yeah,
Next we have Child's Play.
Child's Play, that's definitely a horror comedy.
As much as I love Child's Play, it's gonna have to be, and you heard that. It just became too comical for me.
Yeah. Especially when they had Chucky looking like a Karen or a Carol. Like
More like
when
a
they
Luke. More like
that
a Luke.
actually has a TV show. Someone was telling me, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but there is a TV show currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called
USA.
Chucky on USA.
Yeah, so there's that, but I don't know if I'll be catching it or not. We'll have to see. But I mm, I guess I can agree with you on it. You heard that.
Yeah, same here. It just it wasn't that scary. Now I think about it. Watching it as a kid, I wasn't really that scared of. It's a doll that that came to life, and his face wasn't really that scary after you like seeing a couple more of it. Like, it looks like, I just said it looks like a Karen or a Carol, however you want to look at
Mhm.
it. So, but yeah, he wasn't that scary as ish Child Play came out. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, you heard that.
So with Child's Play done, we have The Omen next, which is one of those OG films.
I say, hmm, I'm gonna throw out there, stay in the group, because his little ass was just bad and demonic. Like, well, that was the whole,
Premise.
being the second coming. That was the whole thing.
I put it around here. It's not. It's
Um,
middle. It's middle ground.
yeah, yes.
It's very middle
Final
ground.
Destination.
Um.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
listen, because Final Destination still got folks fucked up to ride behind a goddamn
fuck with
any
wood
truck
on it.
with wood
Anything
on it
on
or
it.
any type of
Anything on it.
sticks. Yes.
I'll be
Or
scared of getting in the elevator sometimes.
yeah, I gotta make sure my hair get there before me just or even like being on the escalator. Yeah, definitely fuck that shit, because Final Destination definitely left a scar on every like 90s to early 2000s, and 80s babies. Like we
Like
we we
we
we can't
we
function
real
right due
cautious.
to that.
We real cautious about everything right now.
I make
Yeah,
sure that all my like electrical stuff that I use like for hair trimming and stuff stays away from the bathtub. Like I wasn't.
exactly. And it sticks with you because these, I mean, you do have some certain like supernatural, aspect behind it in the movie, but these will all be classified as freak accidents. That's what's so crazy, because it could happen. Like it
Yeah.
has happened to someone. Like somebody has had, made the wrong stop. Well, had a truck stop in front of them, and wood or pole or whatever has gone, through their car. People have gotten stuck in elevators, their hair getting stuck in elevators and getting trapped. Literally, there was just a story, like 2 months ago, of this young man on the college campus who fell between like the elevator doors and got crushed. So Final Destination, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with that one.
Um, did you ever watch A Thousand Ways to Die?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
The TV show? Yes.
Yes. So that's that along with Final Destination. Yeah, I'm a paranoid little bitch when it comes to shit now.
It's like you just ain't safe nowhere.
hmm
Nothing. Yeah, let's not talk about that because I'm checking circuit breakers now over this shit. Um, next we have
So
Friday the 13th. It's for
yeah,
me. It's the same thing as Halloween. Leave the lights on.
yeah, I could definitely,
Yeah.
and not even because it's like old, but because they did kind of just start going everywhere with that one, like Freddy versus Jason, or like
Jason
You know
wasn't it
what?
X.
Jason
You
in
know
it?
what?
Yeah, in like
Yeah, you
space.
put it more to the back.
It was like
I,
okay.
I I don't forgive it for Freddy versus Jason and Jason X. Those two bring it down. I'm sorry.
So what we got? Scream.
Scream.
Um, I am just not
It's a
the
cult
biggest
classic.
fan of Scream.
The
Where is
cast is
Steve? Because I
very
know Steve is a fan of Scream, even
the
though he,
casting is very goaded. It's just
yeah,
if it wasn't for the scary movie parody films, Scream would be much better. Because I can't take Scream serious because of the parody films.
hmm
Oh yeah,
That's
especially
why.
especially Scary Movie one.
Like I can't take Scream serious no more. Like I watch it and I won't be terrified. That's like as far as a
yeah,
slasher film, like I can't be terrified from it.
yeah. I would say either stay in a group or you heard that for me.
I put you heard that in the front though.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah.
Next we have Puppet Master. To be
Yeah.
honest, I forgot what this film was about.
Me too.
Basically, with Puppet Master, you have these kind of curse dolls. I would say, um, I guess if you
I
want to call them
oh
curse,
I think I okay. I
and
think
they
I
like carry out evil deeds. And because there's this man, he's kind of somewhat of a psychic or having dreams or whatnot about it. And you have these evil dolls that are going around killing people at the command of the puppet master. And he also makes the dolls too. But with that one, because that one definitely fed into my fear um, of dolls, Chucky and Child's Play, Chucky Child's Play, um, and this definitely played into my fear of dolls. So I actually didn't have a lot of dolls as a kid. Like I didn't after a while. So mm, I say stay in the group because I don't know, and it's available on Hulu. So if anybody wants to check it out, I don't know if how the franchise as a whole like will hold up. Would I still be as scared as I originally was? So maybe yeah, I guess I'll give it a stay in the group. We totally forgot Pet Cemetery, but
Oh
I would
yeah.
go by but Pet Cemetery and Poltergeist. We definitely forgot those two.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Sorry,
Um,
fans.
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, because Pet Cemetery definitely had me scared. But
Human Centipede too.
oh,
Ooh. Ugh.
oh god,
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
Mm,
Ugh.
oh god, that
Ugh.
one there.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a different type of something. But
Last
yeah.
but
So
not least, we have Saw.
mm,
It was more psychological horror and gore.
it was yeah, so psychological horror with gore. So
It just
um,
taught you not to take things for granted,
hmm
pretty much.
Well, we can put it in. Fuck that shit.
I, that's respectable.
mm,
Matter of fact, I'll put it the
I
tail
can
end of
leave
fuck
the
that shit
lights
or
on.
leave the lights on.
Leave the lights on.
My son.
Okay. Yeah. And so okay, so that turns out that's that. So let's do okay, so in our category for leave that shit to the quit people, do we want to move anybody? So with
Um,
currently how we have their standing, do we I think The Exorcist would definitely be in the beginning of this
Yeah, I
because it's
I
agree.
it's
respect that.
I
Even
respect
though
that. Yeah.
I'm a fan and hater of Insidious, I respect that one.
mhm. And
Candyman, I put towards the back, even though his cause is wrong. You got wrong
yeah.
by the white, but you attack black people.
Um so we got
And
Grudge and we got
that's no, that's the ring in the
I mean
Conjuring.
Does
the
it ring?
ring. We got the ring and
Conjuring.
Conjuring.
I put the
I
ring.
I do
I'll put the
consider
ring. Yeah.
Conjuring. Yeah, I'll put Conjuring above of Insidious.
That should be because the ring is definitely top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Matter of fact,
definitely. But I
is the
I
ring with
leave Final
anything?
Destination where it is. I will leave Final Destination where it is because it's definitely done fucked up some folks. Like that one's going for years to come. We are going to tell stories to our children,
Hmm.
and they will tell stories to their children about elevators and wooden sticks and escalators and
Sleeping in the
not to have
bathroom and falling.
exactly. We that one's going to so
Oh wow, you forgot about critters.
yeah. We got some honorable. We definitely got some honorable mentions who should have been up
But I'm
there.
looking on HBO Max for like horror films to see what we can watch as far as a movie night.
Yeah.
Hmm. But as far as fuck that shit, you said Final Destination stays there, right?
Yeah, Final
Yeah.
Destination is gonna stay there because that one's going to be that's going to be a roller coaster itself for a long time. Um, let me see.
The Grudge should be fine there.
Yeah.
I would
Um,
honestly put it in front of Final Destination, but Final Destination will psychologically fuck you up just because real shit will happen in real life.
Yeah.
This
So,
is the point. I'll actually move it up to leave that shit to the white people.
okay. Okay, I find that simple. Okay, so if you move it up, where would you move it to?
I put in.
Do you think?
I just because it has like a realistic factor to it. I'll put it right next to Exorcist. Just thinking about it, because a lot of the stuff they died can happen to you in real life.
Yes,
That is
It,
that's
true.
the
it,
Yeah.
thing.
it will make you change the way how you moved in life. Like it makes you want to live in a bubble. Yet again, you probably die in a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. You can lose all the oxygen in the bubble when they're die in the bubble.
So I will put it one, like the top. Just think about it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
if 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 y'all don't agree, you can say
Yeah. No, I'm okay with that because, like I said, it's actually based off of like real. It can be. It can happen in real life if you're not. Because, like I said, like you said earlier, the final destination will make you rethink a lot of things that you do and be more cautious of the things that you do. So if you weren't cautious about the things that you do before you watch the final destination, as soon as you watch the final destination, you will start thinking about a lot of shit that you do and be like, oh shit, I could have died that day if I didn't do this shit. Oh man, I'm gonna be more careful about what I do. That kind of stuff, you know.
Cam.
Um, I don't. I mean, it definitely. I accept it being moved up, but I guess we can keep it at in front of the front of the list. We'll see how this goes. That one goes.
Hmm.
Um, so with fuck that shit, back to fuck that shit. So
The
do we
Grinch.
want to move anything out of its place? Or move
Um,
something up or move something back?
nah, I think fuck that shit should be fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, see
looks
anything.
fine to me. Yeah.
so what we
Uh,
thinking we can leave the lights on?
Um, actually,
I
I put
think,
paranormal activity should be.
for us too.
yeah. And for, I think I would move Hellraiser up ahead of Halloween because I would say for like gore and stuff that's definitely tied with Saw and and Night of the Living Dead, maybe we'll move that up and
Move it up
move
where?
Halloween back. I mean, for yeah.
As long as Freddy's last, I'm fine.
Yeah, unless it's last, that's fine.
It's not
Hmm.
taking anything from Friday the 13th. It is the fact that two films really tarnished the name of it for me.
Yeah. All right. So we got a lot of stay in the group. So do we keep everybody in this group? Are we moving some people around? What we thinking?
Um,
I I'll definitely keep Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I guess, where it is.
agree.
Agreed.
Uh, um, House of a Thousand Foot Corpse is horror gore, but I don't know. I'll put I Know What You Did Last Summer in
Higher.
place of House of a Thousand Corpse. And definitely Evil Dead. Where we want you? Cause like Evil Dead, Hills Have Eyes, and House of a Thousand Corpse is like falls definitely have a lot of gore in them. Like in Evil Dead, like there's a part where old girl like stabs um the girl in the ankle with a pencil, and it like starts gushing blood everywhere. So
Unnecessary
um,
gore.
What's that
mhm,
going?
yeah. I say I guess we're good on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, with the exception of like the Omen, um, and I guess Puppet Master, all the
Oh.
rest are like gore.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
know what you did
Gore.
last summer isn't just, a gore fest, I guess.
Which one?
I said I know what you did last summer isn't just necessarily a gore fest.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're okay. I think we're okay.
You
Um,
heard that? I think everything is fine where it's at.
Yeah, nothing needs to be moved or around.
yeah, and then we got my mama is scared of you. Nothing move there. Do we think does Leprechaun need to move up, move down,
No,
or we deal with
it's
it?
fine where it's at.
That's fine where it's at.
And then last we have I'll slap the shit out of you with Gremlins. And I think yeah, Gremlins could just stay where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Gremlin's gonna stay there. Like it's I mean, come on, it can't go up or anything.
Yeah, until y'all open y'all cabinet and a little gremlin creature jumps out and gets a hold of y'all. But but no, so that's what we going with, guys. That's the final put together from the list of movies. We do have a lot of honorable mentions from Pet Cemetery to the Poltergeist, and
Human
there are a
Centipede.
few. Which movie?
Human Centipede.
Blech.
Species.
Yeah, there's
Um,
there's quite a few that we missed, or we would have had you guys here all day. But yeah, definitely a lot of top mentions, and
Spit on Your Grave is considered horror.
yeah, Spit on Your Grave is definitely considered horror, and it's a little bit of a franchise. Um, but
What about All Alone in the Dark?
which
Hmm.
one?
Alone in the Dark.
Mm,
How many
I don't
films it
have I
had?
seen those? Have I seen those?
I don't remember seeing that
Uh,
one.
I can't say that I have.
Well, they have a 1982 one, but the one I watched was the one that came out in 2005.
Mm.
Hmm. But and then kind of depending on who you ask, the purge, because it's like, folks is like losing their mind.
Hmm.
So purge. Um, I think we definitely covered quite a bit. So once again, um, thank you for listening and watching. And hopefully you guys agree or disagree with our horror picks. If you
Most
think
likely
something needs to
disagree.
be moved, definitely open the discussion. We definitely gonna be talking about it with you. So yeah, definitely let us know. And depending on when you hear this, happy Halloween. Hope you're being safe. I don't know if you'll be out or if you'll be in or what you're doing, but definitely be safe. Thanks for listening to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Blerd, our Halloween horror tier list. And yeah, same place, same time, guys. You want to go ahead and drop your last mentions here and there?
Oh, one more thing. The next tier list will be horror films. So like we already have some honorable
Yeah.
mentions, so like standout films we'll do next. Then after that will be the actual villains of films. For instance, like Jason, Michael Myers,
Yeah. So
Chucky. So pretty much it's a three-tier list special we're doing for the month of October. And then
yep.
once that's
So
done,
next
we'll
one,
get to
like
the
you
black
said,
sitcom.
yeah. So like you said, it's going to be the films. So actual individual films. So this time, like I said, it was the franchise. So these like film franchise who have two or more films that are related. And next we're gonna actually have individual um films. We should also, if we do that tier list, maybe open up to our participants on the Twitter to ask them maybe give us some ideas for some films. And
But
then
by the time this
also,
come out, it'll be recorded already.
yeah, but we
Yeah.
can just ask. We'll ask. We'll ask you guys. So, speaking from the future to the past,
Hmm.
go ahead and hit us with some stuff. And then, like you said, the last one will be characters. Like these will be horror movie show characters and how we are ranking them.
Yep. Who's your goat? Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Bo, you want to go ahead and drop your socials and your
Uh,
communication?
sure. So it's bold under it is my socials for Twitter and Twitch. You can also follow. Uh, also you can also follow all my other like socials on Linktree, linktr.ee. You can also follow. You can also follow the Eat Mob Linktree, which will have pretty much all our socials in there. So don't be afraid to follow us. Also, try to chat with us more on Twitter. You know, give us a holler or whatnot. Speaking of hollering, I want to say a shout out to Danielle McCray. Hope I said
Mm-hmm.
sorry, Danielle. Hope I said it right.
McCray.
McCray. Thank you for being our listeners and putting out a shout out for us. We appreciate you listening to us, and we will definitely be bringing more content for you to listen to. Um, and watch us be us. So yeah, look forward to our content. So yeah, um, that's all I have to say. And also, just a FYI, The Evil Dead they actually have a video game of it if you are curious of what Evil Dead is, play the game like. You can play the game on I think it's on PS4 and other platforms. So yeah, you could try Evil Dead to see how you like it. It's the same people that made World War Z video game, so it will be good. From last I checked, World War Z game was actually pretty good. But yeah,
Mhm.
that that's just a FYI, something to know. So
Okay. Alpha, go ahead and drop your socials.
You could follow or check out my link tree, linktr.ee/a alpha. All my links is there. I actually have a current YouTube series going on playing Pokemon. Also, at my crew is going to try to do probably like a weekly Twitch thing where we play Back for Blood, and hopefully this time Ken doesn't die first. Other than that, good night. Peace.
Excuse me.